Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 12. I got my paper notes, you guys. You want to know why? Because they told me I had to come into the office today. They told us that we got to come into the office a few times a week. And, yeah, not happy about it. That's why at least I get to put my clothes back on, y'all. Y'all ain't seen nothing like this in a long time. But I was just like, oh my God, the traffic was awful. I was just like, I came in, I cleaned out my desk because it's been 4 years basically since I've been sitting at that desk. So you can imagine what a mess, how messy and junky it was, because there's still been some people that's been in the office, just not me. And then after I finished cleaning off my desk and cleaning out the drawers and everything, I spent the rest of the time figuring out how I can retire. Because, nigga, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this for 2 more years, y'all. I don't know. So, me and the Lord, honey, we didn't have us a talk this morning. And I was just like, I'm really going to try to figure it out, you guys. I think this will be my last year. I know I can't do 2. I just can't do it, y'all. But I'm gonna make it work, y'all. Anyway, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It was like you could hear it all throughout the store. This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys. So the show opens with Giselle and Ashley. They have decided to go shopping for material because, remember, they have G&A. That's Giselle and Ashley. That is their athleisure line that they're coming out with. Okay. And yeah, you guys, just to get in the spirit of things, they are actually at the material store. I was like, look at y'all go. Okay. They really trying to convince us that they're going to do this. I'm just like, whatever. So we making sure that we get the right material, got the extra coochie fabric because, you know, Ashley has sweaty coochies. And the rest of the ladies join. Well, actually, Mia joins them. Robin joins them, you know, just to help out. I was just like, they got the 4 least fashionable people on the show to help. I mean, ain't nobody really fashionable on this show. So they're going to be giving advice on what to give, you know. Mia especially says that she not only sweats in her coochie, her reconstructed coochie. Remember, that's not her original coochie. But she also has butt crack sweat too. So they just got to make sure that all that is taken care of because ain't nobody trying to smell like ass in the gym, right? Then they start talking about the Surrey trip. And it's funny that they're talking about it because none of them went with the exception of Ashley. And so it's like, why are you guys even discussing it? But they all felt that it was rude for Karen to invite everybody after the fact, you know. Mia says she doesn't do round 2. She's first draft pick or she ain't coming at all. Okay. It was kind of weird for Karen to do it the way that she did it. I guess she was just trying to only take a couple of people. But then I guess when she thought about it, she was just like, no, let me take the rest of the girls because that's the problem that they have already is the fact that nobody wants to record with anybody. I mean, you know, that there are so many problems that the whole group can't go. So I guess she probably was just like, okay, let me not keep us alienated and let me just invite everybody. But it was already too late. And so I understood that the women probably would get offended, you know, on this second round now because Giselle said she wasn't coming. They also say that Wendy is having something for Happy Eddie. Now they're talking about Wendy is having an event. We'll talk about it in a minute. But Wendy is having an event with Eddie. A weed event, you guys, because Eddie is Happy Eddie. He has his marijuana line. She's invited everybody to that, including Nneka and her husband and the rest of the women and their husbands or their spouse, you know, their significant other, whoever they want to bring. She's inviting them all as well. Okay, and Giselle said she would go to that, which is interesting because Candace is going to be there, but I guess maybe because it was going to be so many people, she felt like her and Candace wouldn't have to really cross paths. But it is interesting that she said that she would come with Chris, you know, knowing that Chris is most likely going to be there. But, I mean, I guess. I mean, she can be around Chris. She just can't be around Candace. Now, jumping over to Nneka. Nneka is talking to her business partner. She said that she is a lawyer by trade, okay? However, she also has a wine collection. And get this. She tells us that she loves champagne. Okay, she just drinks champagne all the time, you know, because she lives in Potomac. And she's friends with Sharice, I'm sure. And, you know, Sharice loves champagne as well. Nneka even says she takes her medicine with champagne. All right, that's how much she loves the bubbly, you guys. I was just like, not another one in the making, child. But anyway, we finally get to see a little bit more of Nneka. I like the fact that they had her friends there. I was like, oh, the notorious Lebe, or whatever her name is. We've been hearing so much about her. At least she's on the show now. I said that they was able to hustle their way on the show, because you guys know the talk was all about them wanting to be on the show, but they couldn't quite get on because Wendy was, you know, she was cock blocking. So now Libby and Nneka, they got on anyway by hook or crook, right? So they're on there. Good looking girls too, aren't they? I actually like seeing Nneka with her friends, because it makes us feel like, okay, she actually does have a personality. She's been battling Wendy the whole damn time she's been on the show that we don't know nothing about her, okay? But she has a sister and she has a good friend, and, you know, she had them over. They're talking about her house. And you guys know she bought that house in Potomac, smack dab in Potomac, in the right zip code, according to Giselle and Sharice. I was like, girl, did you buy the house just to get on this show? You really wanted to get on the show that bad that you actually bought a house? Something tells me that that's exactly what happened, okay? And because look at how it feels like she's so rushed in there. She doesn't have any furniture. She doesn't have anything, but she has the house. Okay. And that's more to say than some of the other women on the show. I can see her convincing production, like, y'all should pick me because I do have a house. I live in Potomac. Okay. Anyway, she's talking to Lebe, and I think the other girl's name was it Chiba? Or Chica or Chiba. Anyway, she was talking to them, and she tells them that she's going to have an unpacking party. I was just like, girl, that is not going to go well with these ladies. Okay. First of all, the ladies are all, you know, of an advanced age. All right. Everybody is close to 50 if they ain't over 50. Okay. Ain't nobody's doing no unpacking parties no more. Child. Don't invite me to. I don't want to go to a painting party or an unpacking party. I'm too fucking old. I already paid my dues. And I'm sure the rest of the ladies felt like that too. But Nneka is younger, right? She looks like she's younger. She has the whole baby hair and all of that. Like, I feel like she's probably the younger of the girls on the show. But she thought it would be cute to have this unpacking party. She is going to invite all the ladies, including Wendy, because Wendy did invite her to the weed thing for Happy Eddie as well. Again, we'll talk about that in a second. And so she's decided that she needs to go because her and Wendy can't just stay at like fisticuffs. We need to either move forward. We need to do something, but they actually do need to sit down. I agree. Did you guys get a kick out of seeing Lebe trying to give her some advice on how to be? I was just like, look at Lebe. Lebe was like, honey, I done studied this position and everything, honey. I've been trying to get on this show for years. So I guess Wendy and Lebe aren't talking. Well, Wendy said that she don't really know Lebe like that, and that Lebe is actually her sister's best friend, but they not talking. I don't know. Lebe is definitely over on the other side with Nneka now. Now, jumping over to Wendy, we see Wendy and Eddie, and they are preparing for their weed event. I actually think that this is a great idea for them. Actually, a better idea than any of the ideas that Wendy has had, because I think that marijuana is very lucrative. It's a newly passed law out there. I guess they're able to smoke weed or whatever. So yeah, jump in, especially the fact that Eddie said not that many black people, you know, own the marijuana businesses out there. So like, I think that this is going to be a good, you know, I think that this is going to be good for them. Anyways, this event that they're having is to educate them on, you know, all things weed and marijuana. Okay, they're going to learn how to wrap up the joints or the blunts, and I guess just learn all the differences about marijuana and all of that. But instead of using marijuana, they're going to be using oregano. Okay, but it's at this place, and they're going to sit down and all of that. I'm sure they didn't want to have marijuana on the set for Bravo, even though it is illegal. It is an It is a legal drug now in Potomac, apparently. Still, I'm guessing Bravo was not going to like the way that looked on the screen. So yeah, oregano it is. So like I said, they had invited all of the women. Okay, Candace and Chris show up first, but Candace doesn't stay long. In Candace's segment, I can just put it right here, child, it don't matter. In Candace's segment earlier, we found out that her and Chris were going to come to the event, but Candace was going to have to leave as soon as they got there. I guess she just wanted to show her face and make sure that Wendy knew that she was supporting, but she was going to have to leave because she's been real busy with her acting job. You guys know that I think she's on a show on All Black or Temu or one of these other channels. Temu, is that a channel or is that no, that's a shopping site. But anyway, she's on one of these other networks and she has a show there. So she said that she had worked the night before and they had worked really late and they didn't finish. So she had to go back. So yeah, Candace is probably burning the candle a little bit on all ends, because not only is she on the show, but she's also singing and touring, and then she's also acting. So like I told y'all last week, I think Candace is really seeing the writing on the wall with the show and making sure that she has other streams of income coming in just to be safe. Okay, but Chris is going to be there, and Chris is going to sit down with the ladies, and hopefully he won't get into any problems. Chris was just like, well, I mean, we're going to be high. No, you're not, actually, unless you can get high off of oregano. But he was just like, people don't be unhappy or mad at these weed events. So he feels like it shouldn't be any problems. Him and Giselle, they've been around each other in the past. So, they should be able to do it just fine now. So with that being said, they show up at the party first, but Candace tells them that she has to leave. But Chris is staying. Mia and Gordon walk in next, and it's so funny to see them together because I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the fact that we know that Gordon doesn't have money like he used to, but I feel like Gordon kind of even walks with less, he doesn't even seem as confident as he used to. I was just like, it really has been a hard hit on him. And then for him to have this young, beautiful wife, and then so I'm just like, seeing them two, you don't get the same feelings that you used to get last year when you saw them two walk in together. They felt like a team last year. I don't know about this year. And then we get Ashley. Okay, I don't know what done got into Ashley this season, but honey, Ashley is like, I'm gonna show off this body the best way I can. She always got them titties out, her sides is out somewhere, something real short. It's either tight or it's short, but it's gonna be one or the other, or some kind of cutout and you can see right through it. And Ashley says in the confessional that, she knows that Chris is there, but she hasn't seen Chris in a long time. And really, he's not dead to her. She doesn't want him to be dead, she said, but pretty much it's like he doesn't even exist. So she's just going to ignore him. And I think maybe the feeling is mutual. Then we get Karen and Matt there. And, when she walks in, it was interesting that she bought Matt, but I guess everybody is used to Matt now. Sometimes now that Uncle Jessup, he probably don't want to be bothered with none of this shit. Especially with the fact that Karen was coming with the intentions of confronting Mia. And so, I didn't see this fight coming, but boy, this was like such an unexpected argument between Mia and Karen. But Karen went directly to Mia because Karen had a problem with Mia's response when she had invited everybody to Surrey. Remember, Mia said that she don't do second round like invitations, like she should have been on the first one. So no, thank you. So Karen was just like, well, Mia, I just wanted to make it clear, your response on my text when I invited everybody, I wasn't really clear on what you said. Okay, and Mia was just like, I already said it in the text. Okay, I don't do second string invitations. Well, you were not second string. That was not what it was. Okay, and Karen was upset and Mia was just looking at her like, girl, whatever. I don't care. I don't know what Mia was on, but Mia's attitude was a little different than it normally was, but the shit was funny to me, okay? Because Karen was still trying to express herself to Mia, and Mia was arguing back and forth with her and kind of ignoring her and brushing her off, and you could tell that it was really making Karen mad, okay? And it started getting loud and shit, and the other ladies was looking like, oh shit, are Mia and Karen really arguing? Okay, and of course, you know, the men that were there, they were like, here we go. Because it's inevitable. Somebody is going to argue when they get together. But I'm telling you, we did not expect it to be Karen and Mia. But I think that Mia, she feels some kind of way about Karen. And I didn't realize that. She just was not in the mood for it that day. Okay? So while Karen was going on and on with her, she was just like, all right, old dog, learn some new tricks. And that shit, when I tell you that shit just zipped up the mouth, everybody was like, oh, did she just really just say that to Karen? And I'm telling you, I love Karen, but I do like Mia too. And I think that Mia is so funny because when she gets into that mode, like, girl, whatever, you know, she was just like, all right, old dog, learn some new tricks. That shit was funny to me. But honey, that pissed off Karen. And it's not often that Karen is gagged. Like, she usually has a quick comeback. She couldn't even come back when she said that. That's why the shit was so funny to me. But anyway, Karen in the confessional, you know, Mia is something else. Like, what kind of woman calls another woman a dog? Yeah, Karen did her little rebuttal in the confessional. I was like, I'm sorry, Karen, that doesn't count as a qualified read when you're doing it in the confessional. And you when somebody read you in your face, that means that you have to do the rebuttal in their face. Otherwise, all these cute little reads that you're able to come up with and come in the confessional, you know, weeks later, after the fact, where you can sit down and think about what your response was going to be, that's something else. So, yeah, Mia won that read off. That shit was funny. So, while they were in the middle of their argument, then Giselle gets there. You know, Giselle is not knowing what's going on, you know, so they tell her real quick that Karen and Mia just got into it, and that Mia just called Karen an old dog. And so, you know, Giselle, always twisting the knife, goes directly to Karen. Oh, I heard that you're an old dog and that you need to learn new tricks. Of course, that pisses Karen off even more. And then it was funny because Wendy was just like, how you come to my event and you ignore me? I was just like, I mean, what did you want her to say? Like, anything that Giselle says to Wendy is somehow gonna get misconstrued. I guess she probably was like, let me just not even address her. Okay, even though it would have been cool, she at least could have gave her a little hey wave or something. But it's clear that Giselle is there because production told her that she had to be there, not because Wendy invited her. Giselle gonna joke around that Chris looks like that he's picked up some weight since the last time she saw him. Maybe it's stress weight. Okay, and what do you say for the weight that you picked up, Giselle? You're up here fat shaming Chris. Anyway, once the ladies are all there, they sit down and they take the class, you know, so they learn all the little tricks of the trade or whatever and all that. And then after it's over, Wendy thanks everybody for coming. She said that this is the first time in a long time that the whole group got together and that they actually didn't have any fights or any problems, that they laughed a lot, even though Karen and Mia did have a quick, fast fight earlier. But they still, you know, we had a good time, Giselle. I don't remember laughing at all. But they showed, Bravo hurried up and showed all of the clips of her laughing and enjoying themselves. Because it's funny that that Wendy said that, because before she said that, I thought to myself, like, oh, this was a nice event for them. Nobody got into it. Okay. And then Wendy said it. So it was a nicer event for them. Okay. They all looked like they were enjoying themselves. Giselle just can't never give nobody they damn props. Gordon tells him that he has to leave, so he leaves. And when he leaves, Robin was just like, oh, Mia, I just want to check in with you and see how you're doing. Mia's problem is, now that Gordon has been fired from the job and he don't have the income and everything, now everything falls on Mia. Okay. Mia did not get with this rich man to have to be not having a nanny, to have to be living in a smaller place, to not be able to do the things that she wants to do financially. You know, that shit is really getting on her damn nerves. And his family didn't outcast him, and he ain't got no job no more and everything. So it's just Gordon and Mia is over it. She is just like, he don't have nobody. All he got is me. And I guess maybe Gordon didn't see the writing on the wall, but it's very obvious that Mia is really over Gordon. It's over. She's just trying to figure out how to make it happen on the show without it looking like she just abruptly was just like, fuck this, I'm done. But Mia is very clearly done. Anyway, once the thing is over, Nneka, she does go up to Wendy. And she tells Wendy, listen, thank you so much for inviting me. I thought that was really nice. I just felt like maybe if you and I can sit down and talk one-on-one, and maybe we can either get past this or not get past it or something. But we need to have a conversation together without all of the rest of the ladies. And then Wendy, she became difficult. Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that it's rooted in sincerity. Okay. Well, I think the fact that Nneka is saying let's do it without the rest of the ladies, I think you could have gave her the benefit of the doubt. All right. Granted, yes, this should have came way long ago. This should have happened the beginning of the show. Nneka did come on wrong. She did accuse Wendy's mother of being a witch and all that. So I'm not saying that Wendy needs to be like, oh yeah, girl. Okay, yeah, let's get together and all. I'm not saying that she needs to be that agreeable, but you could at least be like, okay, yeah, let's see if we can try to, we got off on the wrong foot. But now that Nneka is trying to reach out, and appreciating the olive branch that Wendy came, now it's Wendy's turn to be the difficult one and saying she don't, and I'm just like, okay, Wendy. We can't keep arguing for you if you're not even trying to progress with this, okay? At least hear Nneka out. Even if Nneka is full of shit, she really could at least sit down and talk to the girl. So when Wendy started with that, I was just like, oh, God. This child is determined to be mad. But, Wendy don't have to. And obviously, she told Nneka, let her think about it. I would have just been like, don't think too long, bitch. Now, let's jump over to Nneka's packing party. So, like I said, you've got all of these ladies. They ain't fixing to be doing this, okay? Yeah, we're going to all get together at Nneka's house and have some drinks and a couple little snacks and everything. But, yeah, we not fixing to be lifting weights and boxes and shit no, okay? Invite your young friends for that. But Nneka saying that she's expecting to see Wendy there. Wendy told us that, no, girl, she ain't coming, okay? Call U-Haul, okay? She can't be bothered with this. But the rest of the ladies come. Giselle gets there first. First of all, Nneka and her friends are there. Okay. And then the ladies from the show start getting there. So Giselle gets there first. I said, Giselle, you going to be okay? Because these are all dark-skinned ladies. We know how you feel about it. And then Mia gets there. And then she shows up, of course. Because this is the Charisse in training, if you ask me, okay? Nneka is just trying to take over the Charisse spot. Then Karen comes in. Hello, everyone. Okay. Robin. So, yeah, the ladies all get there. And Giselle tells Karen that she looks fresh. Okay, you look real good. All right, rested and everything. And, she's just telling Karen all of these things. And Karen is just looking at Giselle like, okay, you putting it on thick. And Giselle is going on. And she was just like, where is this going, Jizzy? I was laughing because I think Karen is still irritated about what Mia had said to her. Okay. She was just like, she just wants my light. I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't have to shine my light on her. So Karen gets with Mia. And she was just like, okay, so, you said all of this shit about me last year. And supposedly I'm just sleeping with somebody I just met, a restaurant owner. Your cousin knows these people or whatever and whatnots. Okay. Karen was just like, but I could have said a lot of things about you, Mia, and I didn't. Okay. I could say that you was dating a rapper. Okay. I also could have said that you was sleeping with a married man. And Mia is just kind of getting a kick out of all this because she was like, first of all, it's not a rapper. She was like, nigga, if you gonna blast me, get your fucking information right. Okay, I ain't saying that it ain't another nigga around, because really, Mia just wants everybody else to catch up to where she is. All right, it's clear that she's not even wanting to be with Gordon anymore. Gordon can't help her the way that she needs the help, that she wants the help. But, you know, she don't want to just leave him and really look like the bitch. So, yeah, she just like, yeah, I'm seeing somebody else. But, I mean, nigga, you know, get the shit right if you're going to say it. I feel like she wants to tell everybody anyway. I mean, you know, they posted the video, the picture recently of her and the guy. I think he's actually a radio DJ. He's not a rapper. And he looked just like fucking Gordon, if Gordon probably looked like him when he was 20, 30 years ago, okay? But anyway, just, Mia was just like, that ain't nothing, you know? What's going on with Mia's mouth? Something's different. Did she get some new teeth? And they kind of like, every time the camera would have like a weird angle, I'd be like, oh, when did her teeth start doing that? But they kind of buck out, and they kind of like do something weird to, child, anyway. Y'all just, next time you see Mia, I want y'all to just look at her grill, look at her mouth and see if y'all noticed that too. Yeah, so Mia didn't care that Karen was trying to blast her. Then, of course, we play a game of Never Have I Ever. And this is just always just a moment where the ladies want to sit around and talk about, this is a way for them to blast something, you know, just put it in a game. For example, never have I ever paid anybody for sex. Okay, remember that was one of the rumors, that Karen had paid some man to have sex with her. Okay, and so everybody's just kind of sitting there. So then Ashley looks around and she says, well, Sharice. And Sharice was like, wait a minute, nigga, Sharice? What you asking me for? Well, why ain't paid nobody to have sex with her? And Ashley was just like, well, you know, you rich and divorced. That's usually kind of the thing that rich divorced women do. And then they do, never have I ever had a screenshot of somebody's family in my phone or something. And everybody's like, what? And that's what it was just like, it's obvious you guys just want to talk about it. All right. But yeah, Robin wants to talk about the fact that Karen had a screenshot of her family in her phone, and that's supposed to mean that Karen was obsessed with her. Karen was caught off guard, so she was just like, oh, you know, if I have a picture of I really do like your mother and father. Okay, so if I had a picture of them in my phone, okay, well, it was the whole family. And really, honestly, I think that Karen took that picture and had the screenshot in her phone because she was talking about Robin. She sent that picture on to somebody. Okay, of course, she's not going to say that, but that's probably what happened. She was gossiping. She was talking. Okay, and so that's why that's what happened there. But anyways, they have a toast afterwards, and Karen was just like, oh, Nickel, this is so good. I'm so proud of you. I love a woman who goes after her own passion. All right, I guess that's what she was talking about, the champagne. Okay, she said that she wishes her nothing but happiness and success. So, good for Nneka. I forgot to tell you guys about the conversation that me and Gordon had. Okay, but let's just throw it in here because these reviews they be more and more pitiful every time, right? But me and Gordon sit down and talk, and it's just really a sad situation because, like I said, I feel like Mia is just really just trying to get through, trying to be there with Gordon. She don't want to be with Gordon. Gordon still wants to be with her, and she's trying to figure out, like, I don't really want to be a bitch, but I think she's heading in that direction because they're sitting there and they're talking, and Gordon is trying to explain to her that they can work out something. Okay, like he knows that his wife needs certain things that he can't provide anymore. So let's just work it out. He's not saying what we working out just yet, but in your mind, you can imagine he's talking about like an open marriage, or she can see other people, but just don't be out there all bright and out loud for everybody to see. That's what he's trying to say to her. But she is she don't want that. She doesn't want to be with Gordon on paper and then seeing somebody else. Okay? She's ready to get rid of Gordon altogether. She's tired of it. She's irritated with Gordon and the fact that he has somehow Obviously Mia must believe that the reasons that his family has kicked him out of the business is legitimate. Okay, she seems to be with the family, on the family side. Gordon is the one that is fighting his family. But so that's why she's even more irritated, is because she's not even on the same side that Gordon is on, and that's her husband. But I already told you, like, it ain't no money. She ain't got no nanny. She can't do what she want to do. Gordon ain't got no business. He ain't got no friends. He ain't got nothing. She's sick of this nigga. He's never abused her. He's never been bad to her or anything like that. Gordon obviously is going to take care of Mia and his children if he can. If he has the money, he gonna do it and all. But I think that Mia is just like, I just feel like she is completely cut off emotionally from her husband. It's like obvious. You look at him and she just kind of looks at him like, like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, Gordon. You ain't got no money. Like, it's just sort of like, So I feel bad for Gordon because he doesn't realize that his sugar baby, even with all of these allowances that you have offered to her, you just don't realize that she is about to leave you. Okay. And, well, he's got the picture now, but and obviously he's hurt and all, but I still feel like he wants to be with Mia because he said things like, if we make it back to each other. When you super pissed at somebody and you don't want to fuck with them no more, even if you might eventually, but at that moment, you can't even bring yourself to say shit like, if we make it back together. You be like, fuck that nigga. I ain't, I don't want to see them. I ain't got, but when you start saying stuff like, if we make it back, well, there's still some room in there somewhere. But it ain't for Mia, honey. Mia is over Gordon. Gordon not quite over Mia. But anyway, that's how the show ended. Nneka's party and all of that. Child, when this shit gonna be over? Kandi ain't coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And, that's been all the talk. And now people are saying, I still don't think that Nene is coming back, even though I do believe that Nene wants bad to get back on the show. Bad. Okay. But no, I don't see them bringing her back. Phaedra and Portia, maybe. The only reason why I don't think that Phaedra might not be back is because, all this show jumping. She's been on so many shows. And then for her to finally come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, I don't know. Why y'all still want to see Phaedra? It's like when you see her on Married to Medicine and everybody complaining that she ain't bringing shit on over there. Okay, just for her to come back over here and then what? It's just, I'm over Phaedra. I don't never have to see Phaedra again. Me and Portia was my girl, and I really want to be back to that. Okay, I'm not there, but I can see Portia on the show. Okay, Portia ain't got on my nerves to the point where I can't watch her on the show anymore. Or maybe she did, but I've gotten over it. I know that how her and the man got together and all that, but still it do rub me the wrong way and everything, but I'm willing to live and let live when it comes to Portia. She obviously just wanted to be a happy wife, and she is. She seems to just be smitten over there, and he seems to be happy too, and child, fine. Okay, but Nene, no. Phaedra, no. But they're saying that they might bring them back and bring back Kim as well. Absolutely not. Do not want to see Kim either. But I can see how that show, that one season, if they were all on there again, it would be something. And still keeping Marlo and Kenya and Sheree, and then to bring back Phaedra, Portia, Kim. Yeah, I could see that it would be an interesting season, but I'm just really over all of the Real Housewives. But, like I said, we'll see what happens. I am going to review the next season, and then that'll probably be it. This is it for Real Housewives of Potomac, though. I'm just done. All right, you guys, that is it. Let me run in here and get me something to eat. My lunch is almost over. And then I got to get back to the office. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Roxanne. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.